And we're up.
Can you hear me all right, or should I grab my headset?
Nah, we can hear you. Just say something?
Test?
Alright, yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Alright.
Um... Hi Nightwolf, hi Ren4657, welcome to the stream. Captain Shotgun, you're in the call.
Oh, I honestly didn't even realize we were live at the moment.
Yeah, we're
yeah.
You just typed in the chat.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, I just realized it now. So how are things going over there for you?
Tiring.
Sorry, I'm cleaning up at the moment. I'm trying to get my work desk a little bit more prepared, I guess, and cleaned up.
Yeah.
It's destroyed at the moment.
That makes sense. I'm gonna continue whatever I was doing later. So yeah, we're in 2025 now. Things are changing. There's more things that are coming in. There's some things that are going away. A few, no, wait, that's not what I was gonna say. One thing is that, I'm probably gonna be trying to upgrade my computer soon because this one is dead.
What do you use, like a Windows, or use an actual PC?
No, I use a Windows PC. The problem is that it's glitched and deleted all my Planet Coaster saves, and I can't get it back.
Ooh.
And it's deleting more and more and more and more and more and more constantly every time I do anything, so I need to do something about this.
Yeah, I hear that. I didn't know you used like PC or anything.
No, I use it. I use it. I mean, that's what I stream on. But I just haven't streamed in a while, and I don't really play video games, so I don't use it much.
I was actually about to ask if you play Call of Duty.
No. I mean, we have Black Ops 6, but that's not my thing. That's my dad's girlfriend's thing.
Okay.
So, there we go. That answers that particular question. The only games that I reasonably play on here are pretty much just Minecraft and Planet Coaster, but now that Planet Coaster's broken, I can't really play that, so Minecraft it is.
Well, I haven't played Minecraft in forever. What's going on in the chat? Just a bunch of people saying hey?
Yeah, people just saying hi.
Alright. So, I just finished watching your latest video that you did.
Yeah.
Like half an hour ago. And first off, I just want to say sorry for your loss.
That's okay.
That's a very difficult thing to go through. And second off, I think your correction was really good. Your setup is really nice.
Thank you.
Like with your room and everything. I wish I had that much space.
You mean the Nerf room or the video recording room? I'm sorry I'm typing so much.
Like the Nerf room. And then I also like the idea of you moving to the table.
Oh, yeah, the table format, I mean, my god, there's a lot of people in chat. The only game I play on my PC is Minecraft, the Nerf N-Series Top Breaker. Oh my god. Break Action Ward, bruh. The biggest Nerf glazer is back. I am not a Nerf glazer. Hi, Jim A. Hi, it's Jamba. Or it's Jamba, however you want to pronounce it, whatever the heck. But yeah, the Nerf room is it's a nightmare if I'm being honest with you. It's so annoying to try and take care of. Hi, Abad, filming a Lego movie. And series is bad besides the ammo, in my opinion. The ammo is the bad part, though. The blasters are fine. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was about to say, if they made all of the in-series blasters, but they made them three darts, it would have gone over so much better. Because those blasters are actually half good.
Yeah.
Where are you, like, if you don't mind me asking, you're in Texas, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if we were closer, I'd come over and help you organize that room.
Where are you at?
I'm in South Carolina.
Oh, well, that's far. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no worries. Oh, there.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff going on. Hi, Roll 50. Basically, yeah. New streams in 2025. Streaming is not going to be as common as it was last year. Last year I streamed a lot more than I filmed. This year I'm probably going to be filming a lot more than I'm streaming. For a couple reasons. I'm just running out of things to talk about on stream.
Something else I wanted to touch on with the, with you saying in your last video, how you don't have an upload schedule. Honestly, I don't mind the random videos. I think it's kind of nice to be able to just go on YouTube and then, oh, look, a new video that I wasn't expecting to be there.
I mean, sometimes, but it is healthier to have an upload schedule as the content creator, because otherwise, oftentimes, you fall into loops where you're like, I'll just film something tomorrow, and I'll just film something tomorrow, and I'll just film something tomorrow, and it never happens. It takes, like, weeks to come up with a new video to post, and even then, it's like, I just don't enjoy filming. It's like, do I have to do this? Not really, but I guess I'll do it anyway, because it's been a while since I posted before, and it's like, it's just not, it's like, it's just better to keep a consistent schedule so that you stay in the loop of making videos and stuff. Otherwise, you just end up sitting there doing absolutely nothing for extended periods of time. But like with the new schedule, there's actually, it's more of a complex schedule than it was before because of how complicated the new videos are. But at the same time, like, here's the thing. Will we get more music in 2025? Probably not as much. Because, I mean, my music just isn't very good. At least not the rap songs. I do want to practice more, but, I mean, for the time being, the rap songs just aren't very good. I think that my background music is okay, but, I mean, the songs themselves are just not very good. That next song...
music, man.
Yeah, I make some, like, background lo-fi crap, and I've made, like, 3 or 4 terrible rap songs. But that's about it. There are going to be more... There are going to be more mod videos and stuff, and more reviews on, like, hobbyist blasters rather than just Nerf stuff. The only thing that's Nerf that I'm interested in is the supposed, the Score Tech stuff that's coming out this year, which I don't know too much about other than the fact that it has these new smart vests with RFID chips in the darts. So it detects when you're hit. So
kind of like Razor Tag, but like Razor Tag and Airsoft kind of come together in our hobby.
Yep.
That's interesting. I don't really see why that would be needed. I
Hang
really
on.
don't feel like the seating issue is that bad.
No, it doesn't seem like an issue. The only problem that I could think of is the fact that the blasters are very expensive.
Oh, I bet.
Supposedly, like, all of them are close to be like $80 to $90. There's one that's like $50. There's one that's a little bit cheaper, maybe. How do I find?
Are they even worth it? Are they supposed to be any good?
Supposedly, I guess so. Nerf did that ages ago with Dart Tag, but yeah, now it's the future. Everything goes bleep bloop, and everything's got tech in it. So we have technology in the darts.
Oh. Well, I guess that forces people to pick up their ammo.
I guess so. Yeah, the darts are gonna be pretty expensive from what it seems like. If there's a one of my friends is muted, and I don't know how to unmute him.
Like one of the subscribers?
Yeah. What the heck?
Yeah, I don't know.
Automated filters. Okay, here we go. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, remove. Okay, there we go. Okay, try talking in the chat now. Ages ago with Dart Tag. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up. There we go. Okay, try now.
Honestly, I just don't want another ammo type to invest in. I don't have hardly any Mega. I have like one rival blaster. I don't have Mega XL or anything. It's too much, honestly. I think,
Hi, World.
for me personally, I won't be getting any new ammo type.
Okay, there we go, it works. Fish fix will choose to say, no, you actually didn't hit me. It will fix that. Yeah, I am here. Yeah, you're here. We can see you. We can see you in the chat. Hello. We can see you in the chat. My gosh. But yeah, we'll fix the problem of cheaters because now it'll literally detect when you're cheated. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know if the vests are going to be connected to blasters. It would be pretty cool if there was like a wire that connected from the blaster to the vest and it had like a little screen on it that shows like lives and it detracted a life every time you were hit. I feel like it'll probably be something like that because I don't really know. Hello?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something to keep an eye on, but...
Yeah.
Personally, I don't think that's something I'm going to invest in.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, let's be honest. Most people aren't going to be investing in, like, new ammo types and stuff, mainly because N-Series and... Hang on. Boy, it's been a long time. Is the Nerf Rampage better than the Nerf Retaliator? It comes up to choice. It just depends on what you want. I'd say they're about the same.
Yeah, they're practically the same until you get into modding them. If you're trying to get one to be able to hit harder than the other, you're going to want to go with the Retaliator. But
Yeah.
it's really just personal preference if you're playing with the stock.
You can mod the Rampage pretty good. You do kind of have to remember... No, we're not. Mm-mm. We're not going to... I saw a new laser tag system on Amazon yesterday. Yeah, there's a new laser tag blaster, but it's not the same thing as, like... Yeah, they have laser tag stuff.
Yeah, like I remember the old school ones, but I don't remember them making anything new.
I'm just gonna search Nerf laser tag and see what comes up. Yeah, we've got new Nerf laser vision. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that looks about right.
If they would just focus on one series, they could make it really good. One or two series.
Well, that's kind of what they've done. That's kind of what they've done. They've arbitrarily gotten rid of most of the, like, dumb series and just focused on the couple big ones. Like, they did Nerf Pro and they did a lot of N series and they didn't do much of anything else. They pretty much just focused on those two things this last year. Though I do have some info. 2025 is going to bring in new water guns. They're bringing back the Super Soakers, and they're going really strong.
That's
You see the new armor from Nerf. I have not. I know that they're doing it, I just don't know what it looks like. These super... Shut up! New Super Soakers are amazing, though. Hang on.
New Super Soakers are epic. I grew up with those things.
Shut up!
But a ton of childhood memories right there.
The new ones, supposedly, they come with this adapter that you plug into your hose. And then what you do is you press the muzzle of the blaster onto it and push down, and it fills and pressurizes the blasters so that you can pull them off and just hold down the trigger to shoot. You don't have to pump anything at all.
That is awesome.
Is that not the coolest thing that you've ever heard of?
But that solves all the issues of the old Super Soakers.
I know. You don't have to load it. You don't have to pump it. You don't have to get the whole blaster wet to fill it up. You just put it on, you lift it off, and you shoot. Shut up,
Well,
test.
That does have. I do have a problem with that though. When I'm growing up, I used them at the rake. I never, you had to. We were already in the water. We didn't really have a hose pipe because we were playing in rake water.
That is true.
For
that
me,
is true.
that can limit
Well,
how you use them.
From what the designs look like, it does look like there is a break open system so that you can just dunk it in the water anyways if you don't have access to the adapter thing, but I'm not sure. New Dart Zone Flintlock, literally the worst thing I've seen this year yet. Like, legitimately, it looks abysmal. It looks awful. The Dart Zone Renegade. Grippant and Stockant Revolver Flintlock that I hate. Yeah. I'm thinking of swapping from my Outlaw with 6 cylinders to a Maxim Pro. No! You will break that thing in like 1 minute and then you're gonna be upset that you didn't. The Infinite's $30. That's pretty fancy. The Renegade is a Lawbringer wannabe. The Lawbringer wasn't even very good. The only reason that it worked was because it had a really good stock, a really good grip, and the hammer was super easy to use just like the hammer shots. And this is just worse. It's just worse. The Renegade is stupid. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'd say that it's stupid. It's just useless. It's just kind of useless. Also,
I've been meaning to ask you. You got the Dart Zone MK3, right?
Yeah.
Is yours modded at all?
No.
Or is it stock?
It's stock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I chose to buy a Nerf Vulcan over the Stampede. Was that a mistake? I mean, they both have their pros and cons. If you like the Vulcan works. If you like the Stampede works. There's no real pros or cons like that outweigh either of them. There are 2 versions of Venom Pro. Yep.
There's a new version of the Venom Pro?
Yeah. No, it's not. There are 2 versions of it.
Oh. They remade it for the, what series was it? The Nitro Shot one?
The Venom Pro was already Nitro Shot.
Yeah, but then they remake it in the purple color too?
No, it's still green. The only difference is there's like 2 little bumps on top of the flywheel cage that are on some versions and not on others.
Huh.
It's really weird, I know.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. Hi, Vesic, you got a striker too? Yes. I like how the Lawbringer looks. Hang on. Wait, hang on. I like how the Lawbringer looks. It looks okay, and that's like the only thing that's actually good about it. I really want Demolishers to come back. You can still get them. N-Series Demolisher Rocket, I guess, but that wouldn't be N-Series though. The whole point is the darts. Seeing Dart Zone's track record this year is going to be gimmicky blaster year, most likely. The one without the ridges doesn't have the 3 indents in the grip. Interesting. Okay, go back to yelling.
I think mine have the 2 indents, if I'm understanding what you're saying, right? So basically, above the cell on the right-hand side,
Yep.
above the motor vent, there's like
Yep.
two. They look almost like decorative screw ports.
Yep. Oh, Diesel, you're here. Go and collect your blaster from Nightwolf. There's a purple solo. Yeah, there is.
The purple solo kind of looks good. I mean, I think that thing's like beautiful.
It looks good, but I have a solo. I'm not gonna get another one just because it looks better.
I may get the purple one because I don't have the original one.
Everything about the Lawbringer is peak. No insult will be tolerated. Okay, what about the seal? What about the FPS? What about the mod ability? That's a no, it's not. That's an objective problem with the blaster.
Do you ever buy like blasters used like often?
Huh?
Do you buy blasters used often, like on Facebook or anything?
I don't go to Facebook to buy blasters, but I go to the thrift store a lot. I forgot what the 14 meant. It doesn't mean anything. Just we will sacrifice you for choosing against the Doomland series. I like the Vagabond. I don't know what to tell you guys. I like the Vagabond. I think the Judge was pretty underrated just because it's so freaking stupid. And if you get the double dealer to work, it works just fine. Also, the Persuader's probably my favorite blaster in the series. I must watch Nerf Tuber. I'm just sitting here yelling at things. Why does my Quick 16 hate elite darts? Because the mag is like tilted like this. It's not designed for elite darts. It's been a while. Hi, Tundra and Dwarf Lord. Welcome. It has been a while. I've just been too tired to do anything. I think Hasbro should bring back a series like Doomlands, like a post-apocalyptic thing. The double dealer sucks. If you fix it, it's actually really good. The thing about Doomlands is, let's be honest here, it capitalized off of Mad Max Fury Road. That was really the only reason that Doomlands was a thing in the first place, was because of that movie. That was the hot ticket, right? Futuristic post-apocalypse in the middle of a sweltering desert. That was what everybody was interested in. And when Doomlands came out, it was kind of like the thing to capitalize off of it, which makes more sense why it didn't last too terribly long, because once the hype of that movie died down, it just died. It just wasn't as interesting anymore. What if Nerf just locked the hashtags in and started making really good Nerf Pro blasters that actually work at a good price? I don't know. I watched Mad Max Fury Road a few days ago. Pretty good. It's a really good movie. It's arguably one of the best movies ever. I like Furiosa too. Fury Road was pretty good. Regardless, it is cool though, in my opinion. It is cool. It's a really fun series. Most of it is just fun. Like, a lot of it's pretty much useless, but it is very fun. I like the appearance of, like, it looks like vehicle parts that turned into blasters. What the hell happened to Captain Shotgun? Stop talking again.
You sitting here, just listening to you talk. I never really paid much attention to the Mad Max movies or the Doomsday ride. The only Doomland blaster I can remember is the one with the weird pump grip and it had the magazines coming out of the side of it.
That's the double dealer. That's the double dealer.
Yeah, that's the only one I can remember.
That was the worst one in the whole series, because that thing didn't work at all.
I've never even held one. I just remember seeing it on Amazon as a kid and thinking it looked cool.
Well,
that's all I can remember about it.
It is very cool. I mean, like, here's the thing. It's tiny. It's a really small blaster. You would expect it to be larger than it actually is, but it's really tiny. But the problem is that the mechanism was kind of a botched inverted version. It's a botched inverted rampage that's pressed against a regular rampage with nothing stopping darts from pushing too far close to the middle. And so it just did not work. It really catastrophically failed at its job. It jammed all the time, and I mean all the time. And it was like $35, I think. I can't remember. I think it might have been just $30 or even $25, but I don't remember the price of the double dealer. I paid like $15 for mine, and it was new, so I don't really know. I did fix it so it does not jam, but it didn't really excuse that it was a catastrophic failure. I don't get why Nerf doesn't paint both sides. It gets an extra 0.002 cents. Money, 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 money.
Nerf should make a pro stampede that has a direct plunger. I mean, they could, but the issue with that is AEBs are still so new in the hobby. Dart Zone hasn't made one, and until Dart Zone makes one, I wouldn't expect any big company to jump in.
Here's the problem with AEBs. They don't work at their job at all. They don't work at all. And because, like, here's a problem with AEBs. They cost way too much money, and they absolutely suck at their job. Like, absolutely suck at their job. To a point where it's unbelievable how badly they suck at their job. So, they, like, and I mean, like, you get an AEB, it'll run you back hundreds of dollars. I've seen people spend, like, $700-800 on an AEB, and within a day, the thing broke and they couldn't fix it, and it was just too hard to fix, and they threw it out. Because they couldn't return it, and they just spent that much, and it just broke. The Sweetheart Storm had that problem, the Colonel Wasp 76 had that problem, the new one, the what the heck's it called, the yellow thing that they sell on out of darts, have been just... Yeah, the BK1S. Those things just break so easily. Like, I've seen them break right out of the box immediately after people get them. Like, I had one who ordered his and brought it to the game we went to, and the first round he tried to use it, it broke.
I must be doing something wrong with mine then, because it's working fine. It's working fantastic.
No, they can work, but it's so common for them to break. It's as common as the Nerf Warden. And with how expensive they are, there's really no reason to get an AEB for Nerf right now. Like, if you have...
I think the QC has been the biggest issue of 2024.
Huh?
I think QC has been the biggest issue of 2024. The quality control.
No kidding, yeah.
Hopefully they'll fix it, but...
I'm on a Jolt Fire, 156 FPS. Strike Back is second best N-Series Blast Exodus Spritter. Could the weird thing on the front of the sprayer be a good pyro grip? Ugh, maybe. I feel like with Worker doing the Kunlun, Dark Zone will probably follow suit eventually. It's what they do most likely. Tess, what FPS do you think people stop trying to get past? Nothing. They're gonna keep going. It's never gonna stop.
I know he hooked up he built an HPA register. I'm not gonna name names or say too much. But I know a guy who knows a guy who had basically an air pump hooked up to an extremely long barrel, and apparently he got 600 FPS.
I know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy who knows this guy who knew 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 this guy's cousin. It's not even common for AEBs to not work consistently. Yeah, or Airsoft AEBs, I know. Because Airsoft has been doing it for a long time. They've gotten the system down. The problem is with Nerf, you have to increase the physical size of that system. And because of how tight and precise the Airsoft ones are, they work. With Nerf ones, they just don't. There's just too much to do. Is it weird for the Aeon X to hit 190s with Embers with just the B car? Not really. I mean, you can get it to shoot that hard pretty easily. The day we get to 1K FPS is the day I both dread and dream of. I am not excited for that because it's going to bring up expectations for modding, and I think that's really the biggest issue with like FPS increasing stuff like that, is because it objectively makes modding more difficult, especially with springers. It makes modding way harder to get something to shoot that much harder. And so if eventually it gets to the point where the default is like 1K FPS, just doing a simple mod is going to be so expensive that there's not going to be any point in even bothering to try. Like, you're just going to be stuffed out of the gate, and there's nothing that you can do about it unless you have way too much money to spare.
Oh yeah, I completely agree. As a modder, as someone who enjoys modding and basically just does it to, as like their one big hobby, I think that's going to be a big issue. I mean, you can only get so powerful with a Springer before you can't. I mean, like, you can only go so far with them before they become too big to handle. And survival are the same way. What are you going to have? A 10-stage survival setup? It'll probably decrease the FPS versus help it.
Who knows? I beg to differ, my good man. When an AB works, it works. You have to look at what they're doing overseas. The ABs are dominating the ops. They will be the next step in Nerf evolution. But when is that going to happen? Because it's not that you beg to differ. It's not that they're a bad idea, but they're not refined right now. They don't work right now. They're so problematic that there's no point in using them right now. And even then, like, the ones that do work, if you have one that works, you have one that works. But if someone else gets another blaster that's identical, it might be the biggest pain in the ass that they ever get, and that's just how it is. That's just how it is. I don't know. I'm usually not up this late, but
I want to say I saw someone on YouTube do that. I think he broke the sound barrier.
Maybe, who knows?
I can't remember.
Okay, Jinx, we're not going to make those jokes at all. I'm not usually up this late, but is it true that you sometimes get on VC this time of day? Not really. I mean, every now and then I will for whatever reason, but like, I don't plan on VCing much anymore. I mean, some things are just gonna change. Like, Shave made a Nerf blaster that shoots 135 FPS. Huh. And strike blasters with 50 and think, dang, I love this. Yep. The strike back is a blaster. Yep. There's a dude on Nerf YouTube that's making a Nerf nuke. I saw that. It uses like this like flammable paper or something, like fly paper, or I think that's what it's called, where you light it up and it just goes poof, and they have it set on a timer where it launches it up and then poof, shoots out in all directions.
Oh yeah, I came across that thing the other day.
Yeah.
It's I mean, it's neat, and I'm glad the dude's kind of getting, I don't want to say YouTube famous, but YouTube famous off of it, because it's awesome, and he kind of threw it together. He didn't have instructions, he's figuring it out, but
yeah,
the chance of being able to recreate that is very slim.
Well, here's the thing is, like, it doesn't have to be that complicated. What you could do is pretty much just put a big air tank in the middle with a bunch of offshoots going out into all the barrels and have it set up like the Nerf Hornet is, but way bigger and probably a million times more annoying to build. If you did that, then it would theoretically work the same way. Just small air tank behind each dart, and then you have them all lined up. It would have to be massive, but it could work. I want someone to explore the CO2 possibilities with Nerf. The jury was a great proof of concept. I mean, the wreck jury is cool, but CO2 just is way too unstable for almost everybody to use, and that's why it doesn't work. What about a 300 FPS Moab? That's my worst nightmare. I really hope that, I hope that with the Moab, they either get their stuff put together and get it to work and make it cheap and not fall apart, like not have the chains fall apart, or...
Well, what do you want, cheap or good?
cheap. Because if you're
Okay,
looking
it's
at...
not going to be any good.
Here's the thing. When you're looking at that, you're talking about, like, used car amounts of money for that blaster. For something that is an absolute titanic pain in the ass of the highest possible level to put back together after you shoot once. Because each of those chain links with 4 pieces, trying to put all those together, it's like the difficulty and the time consumption is so high that I don't see that ever being worth it. I don't see anyone ever buying it to actually use because of how irritating it would be to put back together after one shot.
Oh yeah, nobody would ever buy that to actually use it in a game. And again, people who buy that aren't buying it for the same reason you and I would. They're not buying it to take it to a game. They're not buying it to really use. They're buying it to use 2 or 3 times a year and to show off to their friends. And if they can afford that, then that's good, because that means the dude who invented it gets some money out of it.
I guess. But even then, it's such an expensive proof of concept, you would think that they would want to refine it or make it more user accessible or something like that.
Oh, definitely.
Here's the thing. I do see a reason to use it in a game. If you are playing some form of King of the Hill event, and you have the chain connected to like a giant oil drum that's just filled to the top, that would be very fun and useful.
But if you're gonna do that, why not just use the LMG that frontline foam cells? That's more accurate, that has more ammo capacity because it uses half darts, and it's more affordable.
Let me see which one you're talking about, because I don't remember. Oh yeah, that thing. Well, it doesn't have a higher capacity. I'm not sure what you mean there. But even then, like...
So the things take up less space.
Yeah, even then, like, yeah, that's kind of the point, is no matter where you fall into, it ends up being useless. Like, if it wasn't so annoying to put back together and it wasn't so expensive, I could maybe see some reason to look into one, even as just like some doofus that loves to run around and plink and just have fun with it. But like, it's not gonna be fun. It's just gonna be like, it's like the same thing as like the Apple Vision Pro of Nerf, where it's like way too expensive, and unless you fit into the 0.0000001% category that gets use out of it, it's gonna be a complete waste of time and a complete waste of money, and it's gonna be so time consuming that even if you did have that much money and you just wanted to play with it, while you're shooting it, the only thing you're going to be thinking about is, I'm going to have to clean all this up right now.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a mess, and that's the problem with it. It makes a mess and it takes too long to load. It's just, honestly, and this is coming from a guy who does not like loading magazines because it takes so long. The only way that would work is to have an ammo squire who would just go around and clean up the cells and refill everything. I mean,
even
that's
then,
the
like,
only way someone like me would use that.
Even then, the shell's split into 4 parts, and it intentionally flings them out really far away. So no matter what you do, there's going to be tiny little fragile 3D printed pieces everywhere in the grass. You're going to lose and break so many of those that the blaster is going to end up paying for itself in just a couple of Nerf wars if you actually want to use it. It's literally a blaster that's designed for you not to be able to use it in a Nerf war.
Imagine a Springer that can fire a Titan rocket at 300 FPS. I don't even think that's possible, because you can't really put it inside like a PVC barrel or anything like that because it has fins. So I don't see that happening. I don't think that's physically possible.
You could put it in a barrel if you designed it in a way to where there were angled like ridges for the fins to go into, and then you just push it in. Because other than the fins, it is a perfectly shaped dart. It could be possible. My biggest concern would actually be the glue holding the thing together. Like, I would imagine that the head would just fly off. There was the Meganator.
You probably want to reinforce that.
There was the Meganator, but that sucked. Way too expensive, way too hard to prime, and just an absolute space-consuming monstrosity. Yeah. It only worked with an air tank blaster. I do know someone who wants to come out and mod the crap out of my Titan to make it run off of an air compressor, but we're gonna have to see how that works out. Just stick a laundry bag.
I think that's what Captain Xavier did for Ire for his. I think he took the tank out of a Titan and then hooked up an air compressor to it. So it's definitely possible, but it's not going to look like the classic blaster anymore. It'll become a whole new thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to see what happens at this point.
I mean, a laundry bag would technically work, but then honestly, that takes the fun out of it.
Yeah.
Use one of those springs from the bouncing platforms at a playground.
Oh my god. I mean, that could work. I don't know.
Maybe.
If you want to use
about 50 people to climb it.
If you want to use a Moab and a Nerf war, have multiple loaded chains and have a garbage bag over the injection port. Why do you need to have a bag on it like a lawnmower? You think it will be a Strife in N series? I don't think it's far-fetched to assume that there will be a Strife in N series. I'm glad they did a Raven thing first, but I do think that they'll probably do some kind of Strife thing.
I mean, Hasbro would not make a Strife. They're going to make one.
Yeah.
It's just going to depend on how much are they going to charge for it, and is it any good?
I mean, let's be honest. I don't think it's going to be expensive because everything in N series is really cheap and super easy to get. Like, I got the whole N series line as soon as it came out because of how cheap it was.
I think the only N series blaster I got was a Ward, and I shot it once and then put a brass barrel in it and started using half darts.
Yeah. Like, it's really cheap.
I do want to get the Sprinter, though. There's a really good 3D printed kit that's basically just it's like a worker magazine adapter, and it just goes right into the
Yep.
Right on into it, and it's easy and it's simple.
Yep. Wait, hear me out. In N series Rapid Strike, I'm just wondering when that's gonna happen. I got 3 blasters for under $100. There you go.
If they make that for like $40, that could be really good.
Isn't a lawnmower, it's a people mower. That is true. What I was gonna say is that, like, you say, oh, they'll obviously make a Strife, but you also have to remember, it took Rival 10 years to make a Rival Strife.
Well, they'll do it eventually. I didn't say they were going to do it this year or tomorrow.
Eventually. That's better.
If the N-Series lasts that long.
I mean,
do you even know if they have any new blasters prepared for N-Series?
Oh, they do. They do. I know.
Okay. Well, I haven't seen any talk of anything new coming from N-Series.
There were literally just 2 blasters that were leaked from N-Series yesterday.
Where?
I mean, in this server I'm in. I mean, they're not good. They're basically just the Ward, but bigger and probably more expensive. But the point is they are making more N-Series stuff.
Okay. I'm glad they aren't abandoning it as early as they did with Hyper and everything else.
Yeah. Well, either way, I'm probably gonna go because I'm really tired and I've got stuff I gotta do today.
Alright, no problem, man. I'm glad we finally got to do this.
Yeah, we did. This is pretty fun. 45 minutes of yelling. It's pretty fun. Her saying Dart Zone. Hang on. Will they make a Rapid Strike in N series? They'll make it in a rifle from like the original Rapid Strike. I hope so too, but who knows? I hear a lot of people saying Dart Zone replaces Nerf nowadays, but to me they don't make enough non-pro blasters or fun ammo types to replace Nerf. Exactly what I said. Like, Dart Zone has its place, but it can't replace Nerf. It just can't. Like, it won't.
Well, I don't think anybody could replace Nerf. Like, no. Just that easy.
They're not. Nerf's. Very I don't think Nerf's going anywhere. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this stream. If you did enjoy this stream, then you enjoyed this stream. Thank you guys for watching. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just mumbling.